We're experiencing technical difficulties. Now back to the show.
All right.
Like he said. Thank you, Ethan.
All right.
How you doing there, buddy?
Are we on?
Yeah, we're on.
All right. Well, we settled in. Okay.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Marty. I'm going to open up with the most important question of the day, my friend.
Okay.
Listen, I apologize, by the way.
Me too.
All right.
I'm glad that we all happy now.
Touching.
You know what? That's what's great about being men, because men can get all this stuff right away.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel so great. Oh, my God.
All right, so Marty, here's your most important
Hit him
question.
with it.
You ready?
Go on. And Marty, be honest, because after all feelings have been thrown to the side. Go on.
Who was better, you or Shawn Michaels?
Oh, nice.
At what?
At everything.
Well, how about in pro wrestling in general? How about that?
I think he had more charisma, because he did. He had to. That's something you can't teach in wrestling schools. He had charisma. He got the long blonde hair. He actually believed he was the boy toy, which helps when you believe your gimmick, and you have to, because you have to be your character. And
do you begrudge him his success?
No.
Okay.
I taught him. I was his trainer, basically.
Do you feel like he's left you to the side?
No, he's been good, man. He's done all right.
Have you talked to him recently?
No, we text now. We don't hardly talk much anymore.
Okay, so it's better than it's been.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's good.
Yeah, but when both you guys got together, right, your career seemed to be at a much higher level than his at some point.
Well, that's why it was kind of like I said. I mean, but he was so good. We learned from each other. At one point, Arn Anderson said it the best. They said at one point, some guy's so good that the student just became the teacher. He surpassed me.
Right.
I was teaching him.
Right.
But we were learning from each other.
You got the shot at Ric Flair before he did.
Yeah.
Right.
And he used to hate that.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what was it like working with Flair at such a young age?
Great.
Did you feel like...
Nervous as hell the first time.
Okay. How did he treat you in the ring?
Very good.
Yeah?
Very good, yeah. And the match was good, it was solid. Love Flair to death.
Mm-hmm.
But back in those days, if you saw one of his matches, you saw all of them.
Okay.
You know what I mean by that, though?
Yeah, he had a blueprint for his, his matches.
But it was always good.
That was great.
The thing was, it's all about his psychology.
Right.
He knew how to make the people pop at a certain time, sit on their hands, boo. Yeah, he knew how to do all that.
Was he receptive towards you when you were a youth, or was he like, kid?
No, he was very good.
He was good
yes,
to you?
Very good,
Okay.
yes.
And good to Shawn, obviously?
Yes,
or no?
yes.
Or did he sense anything like, Shawn might take some of my thunder?
No, Roddy Piper did that, though.
Roddy Piper did that to Shawn Michaels?
Well, let's go back a little bit. You and Shawn were good friends also, right?
Yeah.
So at some point, were you like these dinosaurs, all they do is perform the same match every night? We want to be different. We want to give the crowd a different feel.
I'll tell you what, Randy Savage, was very close. I love him to death. I miss him. He came up to me. Me and him were probably closer than Shawn and him because, Shawn had his own thing. But Randy came up to me one time. He goes, "Brothers, you need to slow that down. Y'all need to wait for TV to do all that." Because we was doing all the high flying stuff, and he was saying, basically saying, pick your
Make it
spot.
count.
Yeah. But we were like, "No, we want to do this every night." He goes, "You're going to regret it when you get older."
Yeah.
And we was like, our dumb asses was like,
sad but true, right?
Yeah, because we was like, me and Sean both were like, we'll wait till then to worry about that.
Right.
Well, here we are.
Speaking of Savage, weigh in on the whole Elizabeth thing. Is it true that he used to lock her away in the locker room? Yeah, I don't know if you were post their marriage or you were there when they were both together.
Yeah,
he was very protective. Obviously, did he go that far to lock her in the locker room?
I don't know about that. No.
Okay.
I've heard that been said, but I would even doubt it. I know he's very jealous. I mean, me and him were real close, and we was over somewhere in Europe, London, wherever we was. It was him and Elizabeth sitting out on the water fountain, and it was early in the morning. Back in my younger days, I used to party. You
used to.
I just got hit by one of your beer cans. Used to party. Oh, God. Anyway, next load of shit statement. What else you got? Oh, my God. I can't anymore. No, it will never end. And I love the guy anyway. Let's go, you. Anyway. Well, you want to talk about the AWA time a little, or how do you want to move about this?
Absolutely.
Now that we threw the furniture all over the place.
Since the furniture got all over.
Yeah. Let me ask you the difference between working for a guy like Vern Gagne and Vince McMahon. Your take on those two.
Vern was solid old school.
Okay.
Vince knows how to keep moving forward.
Right. How long into your AWA time before you were starting to fantasize about getting over to Vince?
Never. Actually,
Never?
I was happy. No, I was happy.
You were
Sean and I
happy
both
there.
were. We were Midnight Rockers
You
over
had
there.
the belts twice over there.
And I was single and partying back then.
Okay.
So I mean, it was, for me, I was in heaven. Because
Okay.
I was single, so we were going on
Right.
the road to all these different cities, and there's
Right.
girls, there's always...
Sure.
So-
and you're the Rockers.
I-
and it's the 80s.
Yeah, and you're
Oh,
telling
my
them, like,
God.
we party.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Oh, my
funny.
God.
You know, you
Perfect
guys,
formula.
your big match, but when you won the AWA titles against Playboy Buddy Rose and Doug
Right.
Masters,
Yeah.
right?
Nice.
How was it working with Playboy Buddy Rose?
Absolutely great.
We love Buddy Rose here on
Yeah.
Monday and Friday.
Can you tell us a Buddy Rose story, or what you learned from him?
And I've always said it this way: when we first started, myself and Sean came through Central States territory at one time. I was Bulldog Bob Guy,
Right.
Harley's
You
place.
did very well there.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
man.
was fun. Yeah, because you ran
Yeah,
off.
you got a slew of titles. Yeah.
But they, we used to work with guys called the Grapplers, the masked guys, Grapplers,
Yeah,
right,
Lynn Denton
yeah.
and Tony Anthony. Man, they were so great. We learned from them. I mean, we were new. We're brand new, so
Right.
we're doing what they tell us,
Right.
and it's working. We're like, yeah.
You mentioned nerves before. You never showed them on the air. So is this something like, would you get all nervous up in the locker room and then your music hits? It's like, screw it, it's time
That's
to go.
kind of what happens.
Okay.
Before the music hits,
Right.
I mean, I
Great
sit-
music, too.
Thanks.
Where is it? I love the Rockets theme. Go on.
You gotta give Jimmy Hart credit for that one.
Okay. He wrote that?
Yeah.
Wow, Jimmy Hart.
But they was trying to do, because when we was in AWA, it was Living After Midnight.
Nice.
Judas Priest.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Oh,
so they tried to get the same, rhythm and stuff.
The vibe.
Yeah,
Right.
and Jimmy knew
Sure.
how to do all that. So
Sure.
Jimmy did that.
Sure. Well, you finally get to the WWE after the AWA, where you had a great run. You worked with teams like Demolition, the Heart Foundation, the Brain Busters.
Great teams.
In my
Well,
opinion,
that's
Mike,
what-
what do you think about this? I think that crop with you guys as well, isn't that like the most prolific time in Vince's company for tag team wrestling?
I'd certainly say so.
I mean, my God. I don't
Yeah.
think it's ever been...
Yeah, because they faded away from it completely now.
Did you have a favorite team out of those bunch? Demolition?
To work with, or
Yeah, Demolition, Heart Foundation, Brain Busters.
Orient Express.
The Orient Express. Wow.
Pat Tanaka. And,
Wow,
and
yeah.
Paul Diamond.
I wasn't expecting that answer.
Yeah, because
Okay.
we just flowed. I mean, we did good with all of them.
Okay.
But for some reason, that one, it was just like flowing.
So let me ask you this question: you guys closed most of the shows back at that time, right?
Yeah,
So
you know why?
Go ahead.
Hope would be the main event, but he wanted to get out early, so
is
they
that-
flip it and put us on last. He go on.
Well, that was my question. So, when we were growing up, the main events were usually in the middle of the card. But
Yeah.
during your time and our time watching, the main event usually was the last match at night. So when you guys were closing,
Yeah, right.
at some point you're like, hey man, we need to make some more scratch here.
It's exactly what we said. We're doing main events, but not getting main event money.
Yeah,
right.
We're still getting that match right before intermission.
Your thoughts on Mean Gene, who just passed away?
I love him, man, so much. Such a good guy. Him, let me tell you, the two guys that had the personalities that when we was on the road 30, 40 days in a row, and we was doing that back then, and doing double shots on weekends. So you might have been on the road 30 days, but you had 40 matches,
Right.
because double shot. But you get worn down.
Yeah.
You really get worn down. And it helped to have a Bobby Heenan or a Mean Gene come in the dressing room and start cracking jokes and making you feel good about it, making you laugh. Keep you, the morale up.
They served in that role as well as
Yeah.
everything they did so well on television.
Yeah.
Mean Gene himself, do you find that what is it that the WWE will never give us another look? You can't duplicate Mean Gene, but why is every single announcer nowadays a Barbie doll? In your opinion, why have they eliminated the role of a Mean Gene type who can enhance the talent himself just by standing next to you because he's so good at what he does?
Yeah.
Where is that?
And we love that. We loved having that rather than somebody that's trying to. Here was the thing: Mean Gene didn't need to worry about getting himself over.
Right.
You're there to get the guys over.
Right.
But the way he did it got him over anyway.
Right.
Well, the guys now are so much want to get their character over, their personality over.
Right.
They're only supposed to do this, and not putting them down. I don't mean it like that.
I got you.
But I think it's that the turnover rate. Man, everybody comes in now wanting to use a stepping stone, WWE stepping stone to get to the movies or something else.
Right.
Reality
John
show.
Cena.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Is he wrestling or in the movies
The
right now? I
Bellas,
don't know what his
all
story
of
is.
them,
The Bellas.
The Miz has got a show now.
Right.
And I love all of them. I ain't talking none of them down.
You should have a show.
Could you well, you should have a show.
He should have a show.
Really, you should.
I wouldn't mind.
This was a show. What just happened here? I don't know what's going on.
Could you imagine if you and Sean had a show back then? Forget about it.
I got to be honest. If they were really smart, they would have a show with you and Sean spending a couple of days together. Just you and him. And God, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
I think it would be hilarious. It would be interesting. They'd probably wind up kicking each other's butt for a couple of minutes. Maybe. I don't know. See, I'm instigating, Jimbo. What do you think?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, and you almost made me want to talk about what happened in Denver once, but I ain't going to bring that up. Nah.
What do you got for him?
Well, let's talk about Sean a little bit. You're part of one of the most important WWE angles in history, right? The barbershop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Sean tells a story that before that happened, you had approached him and said they had a chance, you and him, to go to WCW, and you were working a contract, and Sean claims he didn't really want to go, but since he felt loyalty to you, they said, go ahead, broker the deal.
All right.
And then he went to Vince. I'm just telling you a story. I heard it, and you fill
I know
in.
exactly what you're talking about.
So he goes to Vince. He goes, I really don't want to leave, but Marty wants to go here. And then he tells Sean, you're making a mistake if you leave. He comes back to you with that information, and then you tell him you were lying, and that opened up for the breakup between you because he wanted you to go his separate ways.
Let me tell you exactly what happened.
Nice.
Because Sean, when he was doing his first book, the second book was more religious based, but when he did his first one, that's when I came back and did the thing with Kurt Angle, and we did the Rocket reunion. Good. It's right when he was doing his book, and he came to me, and he goes, man, in some of your shoot interviews, I hear that you understand, that whole breakup thing, you understand it, like, well, what is your side? And it was like, my side's the truth. And I told him, and luckily there was a couple guys standing right there with me. And I told him exactly, and I'm going to tell y'all, if you want it, if y'all got time for it.
Oh, we got plenty of time. That's why you're here, bro.
Okay.
You're here, brother.
So, but Sean, I told him exactly, and he knew what the truth was. He did a little footstep like a little kid, and stopped like this. How do you remember more than me? You did more drugs than I did. And he went storming off. He was mad. Yeah, people were there. But here was the worst part, though. He went ahead and put it in his book because he was doing religion.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so he wanted to get the story right.
Right.
Told him the story. He stomped off. Like I said, people would witness that. And he puts it in the damn book the other way anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
How do you feel about his religious turn?
I'm happy for him.
At any point, did you think what most of us do? Oh, give me a break, you hypocritical crock of crap.
I had to see it. I had to see him actually drop to his knees. And feel the
But
truth.
how about this, though, right? So I appreciate the whole religious thing. I mean, I think a lot of us are religious.
Of course.
But then to put a bullet through a deer's head from blank point
what's
range.
with that? Stand still for Jesus.
I'm
What's
the
up
same
with
way,
that?
man. I'm the same way. Shane Helmsley got upset about that. He was like, he used a lot of words.
Right.
You can't say it here right now.
Right. That's all right. Ethan knows.
No, I'd rather not say it. But,
Ethan made those words.
Ethan gave us the whole book of words not to say before the show, and we just broke everyone anyway. Go on.
But man, because I agree with that. Like, and he's got a hunting show. I don't know if it's still going, but
I know he did for a while. Yeah,
and I thought that was cool. It was funny because he put a little.
That resurrection of whatever was horrendous.
We got a fan out here. You've obviously worked with many tag teams and many greats.
Yeah.
You being probably the greatest of them all.
There it is.
That was good,
Hey,
Mike.
all it takes is a punch in the face and straighten me right out. That's how easy that works.
What?
So there you go.
Why am I so crooked? I don't know what's going on. He's straightened out.
How did you like working with Al Snow?
I loved it.
Love Al Snow. There you go.
Probably the best. I hate to say that because I don't want to slight, Sean Waltman, the kid. I don't want to slight Sean.
Okay.
Bob Holly sucked a little bit until I had to try to get him to cut that part out.
Are you saying Al Snow is your favorite tag team?
Man, we learned so much from each other.
That's awesome.
We actually did a match, and remember what was it? Cornette was with Smoky Mountains wrestling up there.
Yep.
And passed through. It was one of. A lot of people don't know this. I got fired from WWF probably 4 times, but I quit 3 or 4. Oh. So there's a whole bunch
like
of
8 times.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of going and coming. Iron Sheik got
this
mad.
This is worse than Dolph Ziggler booking. What's going on here?
Iron Sheik goes, Marty, you break my record.
Jannetty Marty, you break my record.
God, why don't you stop? Quit firing. I have record. Can I tell a quick Sheik story?
Yeah.
One time he got fired. It's pretty known.
One time he got fired?
Well,
okay.
I mean, this particular one,
gotcha.
He came in this when they started doing the drug testing.
Okay.
And
when did they start doing that? What year was it?
88.
88. Okay.
Yeah, right now.
So
pretty much when we first got there.
So Sheiky's got to pee in a cup. Go
yeah.
on.
So he Vince calls him in his office. The next TV goes, Sheik,
oh boy,
you tested positive for cocaine.
Bob,
he goes, excellent. He's like, no.
That's great. Oh my God. He goes, Bob, pull on Vince.
Hey, and Vince told him, he goes, no, not excellent. No.
How strong was Sheiky, by the way?
Very.
I mean, I hear.
Very. Some people are just tendon strong. You can't do that in the gym. That's just, you're born with it.
He was a
They grab you and you just like, you ain't going nowhere.
I wonder how much those things weighed that he used to swing.
60, he says 60 pounds.
60
it's
pounds?
like 60-pound
bowling
pins, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
But hey, wait, though. So she, excellent. This is like, no, it's not excellent. She, that means you fell, didn't you? She goes,
spelling it out.
What about Jake the Snake? Did he fail?
Every time.
No.
Why?
He goes, what about Don de Morocco? Did he
Don
fail?
de Morocco?
Yeah.
This is definitely Sheik.
Yeah. And he goes, he used to call JYD, remember Joe?
Yeah.
What about JVD? Did he? and Vince
Sounds
was
like something he caught at the bar last
hey,
night.
man, and Vince was like, no, why are you asking about them? He goes, well, I don't understand. They were with me.
Throws the whole company on the bus.
He didn't mean to, though. He was just confused. He was like, wait, why did they fail?
Oh, he's confused, all right. Oh, my God. Mike, I like this question. You want to throw this one?
Which
You
one?
want me to? I
Oh,
like this
damn.
one.
Go ahead, hit him.
Yeah, I gotta go underneath.
What's he think he's ducking? Well, this is a Monty question. You better duck. WWE was obviously a big man's federation.
Yeah.
You know, you were obviously a high flyer. Did you feel the pressure to, take roids at any point?
No.
And did you get any pressure to take drugs with the way things were in the locker room?
No, and I'll tell you, our first day there, we got fired that night, but the first day there from AWA days.
Right.
It was time to jump off the ship over there. It was sinking.
Right.
And Terry Garvin was the booker who had known me from Central States. And see, this is all that stuff that, Sean says, well, Marty always screws stuff up. No, I'm the one that got us every damn where. He took over his own career.
Right.
He did his stuff. But at this point, we go over there. We're heading over there. And we walk in the back of the arena. The AWA had nice lights. They had a music system. But they didn't have all this pyrotechnics going off, people coming down from the ceiling. Yeah. We're like, wow. And then we see the first few people we see go by. Remember Big John Studd?
Yeah, of
course. He was like 6'9", 6'10". Of course. He walks by. Now, we've seen him on TV, but people are way bigger in person. Right. Yeah. He goes walking by like, oh, my God. And then One Man Gang was the next guy that went by.
Man, 6'7". Monsters.
Yeah. King Kong Bundy was the smallest. He was 6'4", 350. But we're sitting, Hogan went by. And I'm tapping Sean. Oh man, we gotta go.
We gotta go back to AWA.
We're a couple of midgets. We're out of here. What's going on?
And on that one, he grabbed me. Like,
and you still didn't feel any pressure to take one.
Nervous as hell.
So let me ask you a question. So a lot of times wrestlers, they have no problem saying, "Hey, look, I did cocaine, I did whatever, heroin, I don't know." But the one thing they don't want to say is they did steroids. Right. Why do you think that's the case?
Why is that the biggest taboo in the business?
So I just want to bring you to your partner. I guess this is about you, but you are synonymous with Shawn Michaels.
It's like Lennon and McCartney.
Hey, remind me to tell y'all Mr. Perfect story.
Yeah, please. So Shawn talks about.
It's alive.
Shawn talks about being high on this, high on that, but he goes he failed the steroid test. He claims he never took a steroid in his life. Come on, bro.
Can you
help
clear
me
this
out
up
here.
for us? How full of shit is Shawn?
I ain't gonna say it that way, but I'll say it this
way. Come on! He's saying he never took roids.
I'll tell you this. What happened though? When we got there, like I was just telling you, 6'9",
yeah.
Okay, so you take steroids, you're going to gain maybe 10 pounds.
Is that it? Is that really it?
Yeah, about 10, 15.
Really? Then why do they always look like they just gained 50?
Because they're big anyway.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm thinking, why bother? If we were these guys are 300 pounds.
Right.
We're 220. We're going to be 230. No, I ain't.
Marty Balla. Marty Balla.
Because it ages you. It's what it does. That's why you get big so quick. It speeds up what the body does naturally. It speeds it up. Okay. That includes aging. You know, that's why you see a lot of steroid guys bald.
Yeah.
Look old.
Right.
That's why it speeds. But what Sean did do, and I can't write it, but I'll say this part. Kurt Hennig and him had a little bit of a fallout. And back in the day, it was called Metabolol. It was like a chocolate protein drink.
Okay.
Kurt got a bunch of Dynaball, ground it up, and put it in his protein.
No. Oh my God!
So Vince called him in.
My ass is running faster than my feet.
Hey, and he was Sean's the only person I've ever known to cuss Vince. Like, fuck you, motherfucker. No, I fucking knows. Because he knew he wasn't taking him. He thought Vince was angling on him.
Right, right.
You felt it. No, I.
What made Vince? What makes Vince gravitate to certain people like Sean? Sean, for some reason, was one of Vince's boys. What do you got to do to become one of Vince's boys? Is it just a subconscious thing? Vince looks at you and goes, "He's one of my boys." Well, is that how it works? How do you become the clique? How do you become these guys?
I think he sees, he sees potential. There's other things he sees too. He shouldn't, but I don't know that. I take that back.
By the way, was that true? What you said last time when you were here, that Vince basically pulled you and Sean to the side and said, "This is my daughter. Stay the hell away."
Yeah,
did he do that?
Yeah.
He really did do that. Yeah,
but he was nice about it. He wasn't ugly about it.
Trust you two. You guys were so trustworthy looking.
Well,
with your long flowing hair and your muscles and all that other stuff.
But we were having people coming up saying they were pregnant from us in Denver and Salt Lake City. So I could see where he would be like, "Hey, but he was nice. He wasn't rude. He was just like,
okay,
you guys, catch you messing around, daughter."
Okay.
It was nice. It wasn't a bad
So
thing.
what is it that makes Vince be? How do you become one of Vince's boys? Is it just his choosing, or
I guess? I mean,
did you ever see anybody really work on him and get on his good side by never-ending ass kissing?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something that Scott Hall said once. It is actually on shoot video, so he can't get mad at me for telling this because he told it
at you. Okay,
but he said he had a meeting with Vince one time, and Vince said, "Let me tell you about my first homosexual experience."
Oh my God, what's going on here? Vince?
To Scott Hall in a meeting.
What did Scott Hall do?
Scott said, he goes, Scott Hall.
Yeah, Scott started sucking on him.
He wouldn't do anything like that. Would you please?
No, I don't think he did.
God.
Hold on, Vince.
Oh my God, I can't. Oh.
One more for the bad guy.
You're hired.
You're
hired. You're hired.
Hired.
Enough about that. I want to ask you, in December 1990, okay, this is a little bit more sensitive, but I want to ask him about this. Okay. You wrestle a match with a guy named Chuck Austin.
Yeah.
With Randy Poffer. Austin breaks his neck, and can you explain in your own words what happened here with this Chuck Austin guy?
He was a... we used to say, and I hate saying that because it's a disrespect, but they used to say jobbers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And he was a job, but
is that really a dirty word in the business?
I don't like it.
Okay.
How come you don't like it?
Okay. You do realize that's the word.
They're doing a job, right?
And we never looked at it like
but
it was
why can't call
talent
them
enhancement
or extras? That's what they do in Hollywood. Call them extras.
All right.
Jobbers like you piece of shit.
Yeah.
I need you to put me over, you sorry ass piece of shit.
Right.
Well, wait. So
what are you telling me, Frankie Williams? Is that what you?
Wait. So when you were younger, right? You were a talent enhancement. You were the talent enhancement guy. So who was your first match against? Your first pro wrestling, most famous guy you wrestled in your first pro wrestling match.
The first one made me nervous. Ted DiBiase.
So did Ted DiBiase say, "Hey kid,
$1 million man,
let's have a nice little match," or did he beat the shit out of you and say, "Put me over"?
Great match.
Oh, so he was cool.
You did.
Okay.
Did you ever have a veteran rough you up, and then you're thinking to yourself, "You son of a bitch"?
Man, and it was a 20-minute long match, and that's how you got better. You go and study your match. You study a bit.
Right.
It
so
was
what
a TV
happened?
match.
What happened with Austin? The $26 million lawsuit? What the hell happened?
Oh, Chuck. Yeah. Well, he came in lying, saying how all this experience he had. Here's the biggest thing in the world. You signed a waiver. You signed a release that says I'm holding nobody accountable but myself. And then you go break your neck, and then you want to sue everybody.
Right.
Why? Our attorney, Sean, and I were going to court. Our first thing, and I asked our attorneys, they're like, "What I don't understand, can y'all tell me this to the attorneys? why is this even in court when he signed a waiver?
Right. And on top of it, from what I read, the result of his injury, he forgot to do one of the simplest things, tuck.
Flat pancake.
And that's like a very simple thing that you put as a basic.
Because there was that rocker dropper thing that Billy turned into the fame asser thing.
Yes.
But it was
Ziggler uses now.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler uses it now. Yes.
Kelly, and a lot of them.
Boy, somebody better start cutting you some checks, man.
Yeah, they should.
What's going on here?
But he did that night. He didn't have the experience. He said he did when we was going over the match. Which I shouldn't be telling how we do this, but when we was going over the match, it was like, okay, that's the setup till Sean will come off with a fist. I'll hit him with a rocker dropper, tag Sean, bam, and but I told him about the rocker dropper. I was like, they call it that. They came up with that name. It was just something Sean and I, out in the ring every day, figured out new stuff.
Right.
But did the leg over. I was trying to tell him. He goes, "Oh no, I do it all the time at school. We had a wrestling school. I do it. I know. I'm very good at it." So, no worries, right? Got out in the ring.
No worries.
Yeah.
Famous last words.
Yeah. Get out to the ring, and he raised up and dove on his head. And he said he apologized to me. He got word from his boys.
Okay.
He said, "Tell Marty I'm so sorry I messed it up." Which he had to help. It was in Tampa, the Sundome.
Okay.
And it was a TV taping. And at that point, I got 13 years in the business. Ain't nobody ever got hurt working with me.
Right.
So here's a guy having to get helicoptered to Tampa General.
Did you feel any, even though you knew it wasn't your fault, did you feel any guilt anyway? Because that's
not guilt, but I felt bad for him.
Okay.
That he was broken. Man, I got my girlfriend at the time was very good with kids. He had a couple kids. It was right near Christmas. Gave her money because she know how to what kids like. Buy send presents because of being Christmas.
Right.
The whole thing was upsetting. Yeah.
What was the end result of the lawsuit?
Well, you remember Jerry Briscoe, come up to me after that. After we were sending stuff, and talking to the family, everybody. Jerry says, "Hey, we understand you're keeping in touch, and that's very nice, but you got to stop." I'm like, "Okay, why?" He goes, "Well, you're sending gifts to them." I'm like, "Yeah, it's Christmas and their dad's laid up." He goes, "Yeah, but it makes you look guilty." So he said,
"Damned if you do, damned if you don't."
Yeah.
Little Grim Jack there for you, Jimbo.
Yeah. So for the lawsuit, and I'm like,
"Yeah,
oh man, he's suing y'all. He ain't because we talked. He's suing y'all, not me."
Did you ever speak to him many years? It's been many years.
You know what happened? It was a BS case. In my opinion, let me go with that.
Oh, yeah.
Because, first of all, the waiver. Second of all, they would not let the jury see that move done right. They showed the one where he jumped up and dove on his head. Okay. I mean, I hate saying it this way, but I've always said he needs to sue God. Because God created gravity. When you jump up, dive on your head.
The old GCG. Use the GCG term. Let's go to a positive thing. Was winning the Intercontinental title the highlight of your career?
It was good.
And how does that happen?
That was awesome.
Like, are you planning to come back? Does Vince call you, or does Sean say, "Hey, let me get my buddy back"?
Let's go back to where, if we can. But do we got time?
You got time.
5 minutes.
We got time.
Well, you got. We'll be taking a quick intermission. Then we're going to do hit it or quit it.
Okay. Okay. Y'all gonna get me in trouble.
We're gonna have some more fun, folks. Dude, you'll love this. This was made for you.
I'm sure I will. Those girls tonight ain't gonna like it.
You'll love this. This is the brainchild of Mr. Monty.
Is that commercial?
Round and round, it's all she knows. Play the part of being used. The more she has, the more I show. I wanna be abused by you. Like an undertow, you're drowning everything in me. The way she moves, the way she knows everything I need. This night, she shines like diamonds. So fine, so high, so low. glow, living on a fuse. To shake it off, another night to make it all. Feels so exciting. A hot kiss could start a fire. Baby, this can make you high, and I'm a mess when it's inside. It's so inviting. Over and over, I want you again. I want to be closer. Caught between the lines. Denial caught me by surprise. Another night could change it all. Where we lie is where we fall. One more brick to make a wall.
Yeah, you can be heard. It's right here.
All right, man. Welcome back after that brief intermission. This is Monty and the Pharaoh scene. Only on Village Connection Radio on Thursdays from 8:05 to 9 p.m. Only in Rockstar Studios, Village Connection Radio. In this special edition, which we called Round 2 with Marty Jannetty, future Hall of Famer, WWE superstar.
Future Hall of Famer.
We love having him in. So we started the show off with me and Marty having a little bit of a problem. Went to an intermission, then had we kind of adulted, and then we had a nice little.
Yeah, he didn't like my shirt wasn't wrinkled.
There you go.
If you want to flatten me out and get it out.
Then we had a quick interview with some questions, and now we're going to do something what Monty and the Pharaoh call hit it or quit it.
The
Marty,
only thing I ask is you two do not push in my stool.
Okay.
Well, that sounds kind of...
It does.
I don't even think you should have said that on this show.
I know.
Don't stop.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Did you ever have your shit pushed in?
What?
No,
No,
a
that's
stool.
a stool. A stool on a stool getting pushed by a stool.
Oh,
There you
my
go.
God.
Hello. So, Marty, the concept behind this is I'm going to show you pictures of some famous wrestlers, and you're going to tell me whether you can hit or quit. And by all means, elaborate, because that's the fun of the game.
Man.
Mr. Jannetty, are you ready?
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
First up is Monty Nefaro's favorite and personal friend of Mike Monty, Alexa Bliss.
Hello.
Marty Jannetty.
Are we hitting it or quitting it?
It looks like I'm going to have to hit that.
He's hitting it.
Once,
Sorry,
twice.
Sweet, don't get mad at me. That's a good picture, though. Very good picture.
There you go. All right, we got a hit.
Next up is WWE superstar Mandy Rose.
Oh, boy.
Where's the bathroom there?
You're gonna hit it
You
now.
can fit the TV in there, but, you can try.
What do you like about Mandy there, Marty?
Oh, boy.
Well, it's the fact the way she's perfectly covering up certain
Nothing.
parts. Well, no, just the stool part that you had going on.
Yeah.
Up the middle.
Speaking to the penis.
Hey, up.
All right.
Love you, sweetie.
That one doesn't want to go neither.
Marty,
Yeah, I know.
Marty, would you toss Mandy Rose a salad?
Oh, my God.
Well, I was going to say after.
You're going to get blushing. The
no,
rocker.
No,
Come on.
look, man. I mean, if we had to share a bed, I'd go ahead and let her have most of it.
There you go.
There you go. That's
You're
nothing wrong with
gentleman.
that.
You're a gentleman.
All right.
There you go.
Well,
That's fine.
If this wasn't enough for
that
you,
works.
Marty, we're gonna.
Look right through that one.
If she wasn't enough for you, we have a WWE superstar, Nia Jax.
Come on now.
What do you
now I have to go to the bathroom, and it's not for that reason.
Who is it? Is she like? Isn't that one of the guy's daughters?
She is the Rock's
family.
niece, I think,
She's
or
in the Rock
cousin.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
You might not want to say anything bad about that.
Well, I don't
you
think.
already know I'm getting
Listen.
around that.
Hey, like they, she's not like most girls.
No, that girl whip your ass if you don't do it right.
And she's got she got a pretty face too, right? She's not bad.
Would you
She's got the whitest teeth I've come across. Wait,
Wait,
what?
Are you
I'm
funny?
just kidding.
Oh
Stop,
my
man.
God, man! Talk about wording stuff. That was pretty good.
My
You
God.
can turn around. They need to see you. He's embarrassed.
I'm just playing. You know that.
You know, Marty, the best part of this, you get to do straight interviews the rest of the day, so you don't have to get involved in this nonsense.
It's all free.
All right, Marty, I want you to be real careful on this one because this is a before and after of the WWE's own Universal Champion,
Wow. Okay.
Sable,
There you go.
Brock Lesnar's
Yeah,
wife.
be careful because Brock.
To the left is
Brock's a
what
big
she looks
fan
like
of
now,
the
and to the right is what she used to look like.
Why do you got it says hit or quit on top of his face?
Well, we don't really want to see him, do we?
Why you want to hit or quit him?
Is you sure that's Sable right there on the right?
Oh, that is Sable, yeah. And that's what Sable looks like now.
Yeah, that's then, and this is now.
I guess coming from your last conversation, she must have took a lot of steroids.
That's I don't know nothing about that. But she, don't she look a little bit like Jim Neidhart's daughter? What's her name?
Natty Neihart.
Yeah, she don't look like her right there.
I guess if Natty got,
Down like that,
I get.
maybe.
What?
Oh boy!
Wow.
Ask a question, get a you know what.
I ain't never gonna get to go in the Hall of Fame now.
Marty, let's clarify. Would you hit or quit now?
Which one?
That's the one to the left. Would you hit or quit now?
I have good friends with Mark Merrill. You know, he was with her first. And so I could never do none of my friends'
that's fair
exes.
enough.
So
That's
you're
fair
not
enough.
leftover Larry. Gotcha.
Yeah.
How about now? I guess that still applies. The same theory.
That's not now, though.
That's
This
that.
is now.
Oh, there's a
Well,
lot of
that's
lot
Right, that's
of
usually
Well, I'm glad
photos.
Jim's clearing this up for me. You know, could you?
Yeah, why do you know so
Did you
much
hit
about
him?
it?
Did you hit him before?
No, he did not hit me.
I meant
Oh my God!
Listen,
Hey.
this next
Might have
superstar,
squeezed a few things that went the wrong way, but whatever. Go on.
Sorry, Sable. Love you.
this next
Oh, my
superstar,
God.
I'm pretty sure you probably did hit it, but we're gonna find out anyway.
Who, Stephanie?
WWE superstar Sonny.
He's laughing his ass off. What's going
I think
on
he
here?
did.
That's not
I think he did.
Oh, well,
Did you?
Who, her?
yeah.
No, not that, but the
real one.
Did you have her before Sean or after Sean?
Let me tell you what happened.
Good.
Oh, here we
Let's
go.
hear it.
I used to, because Skip, Chris Kennedy, her husband, again, good friend, so I could never go that route, even though she, offered that. But no, I can't because I love him to death.
It's
That's my
fair.
boy.
It's
you
fair.
know? Especially now he's gone.
Of course.
But I used to hear her in the rooms next door to me, all over the world. I mean, we was even in Europe, and she got one of the dudes over there, and I'm hearing her. And if it wasn't for the fact that I got my own girl that night, if I'd end up being alone, I'd be like, hey, I can just listen to this. I'm still gonna be happy. But I used to hear her screaming all the time, and I thought, man, she must be good. and then recently she did a porno.
Yeah.
And
a little disappointing, right?
Oh my God! It looked like somebody took an axe and
but
chopped a tomato.
What's with making a film with Gilbert?
I don't know.
That was horrible.
That didn't really happen.
I haven't even seen that.
Oh, it was awful.
What about One Night in China?
That was awful too.
You saw it?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Stop looking at
The
stuff.
plot line was horrendous. Who
Oh,
wrote that script? It was
there
terrible.
was no plot.
Let me ask you a question.
1, 2, 3 inches.
Is it wrong? Is it wrong?
Wait, let me tell you.
All right, let's hear it.
I got to tell you about it because me and him were real good, and you know, buddies. And we were. This is horrible, man. This is horrible. You know what? I've told you.
I think so.
We were somewhere in Nebraska, out in the cow pastures. There wasn't a lot of choices, but somehow we ended up with a couple pretty girls coming back to the room, and.
Imagine that.
It's shocking.
I don't know how that happened.
He's over, but he had the prettier looking girl, which made me mad.
Okay. Competing all the way back then. Go on.
This is so horrible. Why do you gotta leave her face up while we talking?
What? Oh man.
So we're sitting there. This is guy talk. So all you girls don't want to hear this probably.
All right.
But so I'm leaning back with my girl in my bed. He's over there, but I'm staring at his girl.
Nice. Nice.
Unbelievable.
But it was like it happened so fast. He got up, went to the bathroom, and she was beautiful. And she goes, "Why do they call you the 1, 2, 3 kid? It should be 2 pumps and a squirt."
Oh shit! Oh my God!
Boy.
2 pumps and a
Yo, you're
squirt.
dealing with the X Factor.
That really did happen, though. That really happened.
Oh my God! All right, so this next person is
Oh,
Farming.
there's more. Shit.
There's a lot more.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, no.
Farmingdale Pete.
What?
Sorry, Farmingdale Pizza
Oh,
Man
my
down in
God.
Romano.
Oh,
I
that
know.
is one
Hit it or quit it, Marty.
I know,
ugly
two,
mofo.
I know 2 guys that have.
Oh my God.
Goddamn, I love Marty Jannetty, boy. All right, WWE superstar
That slice?
Alicia Fox.
That's hot. She's hot, man.
She's hot as shit, right?
There you go, right? There you go.
What would you do with something like that, Marty?
Probably die happy.
2 pumps in the
2
squirt.
pumps and squirt, like, get off me now. I don't need nothing else in life.
Oh my God. All right, so that's a hit.
All right, you work for this guy, Paul Heyman.
Why is he hitting Paul Heyman?
Hit it or quit it.
Is he crying right there?
Yeah.
Or someone
He
else.
looks like the guy on the Office.
He just ate. He just ate, and you know who's.
That's probably right after I had to get on to him. He gave me a bad check.
Wait, you know what? Wait.
Ah.
So speaking about that, does he still owe you money?
Yeah, he never paid me that. It was only $300 for when he was doing ECW way back in the 90s, mid-90s.
Interesting.
Well, he blamed it on the accountant or that guy, whoever else that owned it. He keep blaming it on him. Man keeps changing banks on us. Come on, man, just give me. We're boys.
what?
It's $300.
We did. Look, this brother right here came up to me in the China Club in New York. Y'all remember way back in China Club? In the VIP rooms was where you got to see all the celebrities and stuff.
Yeah.
He comes up and he gives me a handful of ecstasy. And back then I used to party.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Back then.
I'm doing that.
Well, not now. Go on.
And he's doing, and I told him that. I said, "Come on, man, we did ecstasy together in clubs, and why you ripping me off? Come on, man." But he was like, "No, it's not me. It's not me, buddy. It's not me. It's
not me."
Yeah,
Well, considering he's never paid you, I demand a throwdown the next time you see him.
you should have done that.
What the hell? You should be throwing
Marty,
his
speaking of
ass
that,
down.
you don't have to share this, but what was your biggest payday for one match?
Yeah,
Yeah.
share it. Come on.
Let me think which one it was, because I know one was nice. But see, I got that. I was before the big ones. You know, the big. Well, now
Oh, no, dude, you were in WrestleMania 5,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you know.
Yeah, I think my best was a 50 for it was a pay-per-view, but it was back when
Nice.
I can't remember. I think it was what's the one in SummerSlam?
Yeah.
The summer one. Yeah,
early
that boy
90s?
shocked the hell out of me because back then I used to party.
Right.
And,
Back then.
Oh, that's right.
Revisionist Ricky over here. What's going on?
hey, look,
Oh
man.
my God.
But that when that check came to happen, but you know, and I'm different now. I'm not that person.
I got you.
You know, I've learned
Felt
from
like that person about 20 minutes ago when you were squeezing my liver out. But go on. You were saying.
You punched me in the
I did not.
eye.
I
but
might have.
You know, speaking of hanging people up, did Vern ever not pay you?
No, I think he just didn't pay as much. He paid us.
I got you.
Okay.
No,
All right.
I don't think he
Next
ever
up,
ripped us.
one of your favorites,
One of his favorites.
Charlotte Flair, daughter of Ric Flair.
This is Rick's daughter.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
She.
Well,
No, it's called Hit It or Quit It.
Yeah.
That's a different game.
Jim, you got me on that one.
Thank you for helping me on that too, because I have to quit that.
High
'cause
five
that's-
it or patty caking?
that's-
What do you got going on?
That's my. Now, if she was, no, I can't say that. She'll ever hear this.
Oh,
Go ahead. She's not going to hear
If
it.
she was
There's
not
only
rich-
listen. We only get about 50,000 viewers
And
a
we're
show.
going to
It's all
share
right.
it with us.
Yeah, I'm all
it's not like 30.
No one's going to hear it. Go ahead.
never going to Hall of Fame, man.
Bro, you're going to Hall of Fame, bro. You're going to Hall of Fame.
Monty the Pharaoh, they did it. They ruined my shot. I hate them. I'm coming back and wrestling with Monty again. I can't stand those jerks.
Hit it or quit it. What do you
Cut it
think?
out, Vince. Put him in.
You can say quit
Are you
it.
hitting that or what?
I just say-
Hitting that. Come on.
Just say it's Ric Flair's.
Can't
girl.
I just take the picture home with me and decide
He's hitting
later?
it.
Anything
He's
for you.
hitting it. Yeah,
Is that a hit?
yeah, that's a hit.
She's a pretty girl.
The Ugandan
Why are
giant
you-
Kamala.
Why's he got his thumb in that guy's ass?
What?
He's getting ready.
Actually does. What's
He
going
does,
on
yeah. What
here?
the hell? What?
Wow.
He might have more than a thumb in there.
Oh my God, he got thumbed unconscious. Look at him.
You know, speaking of that, Marty, Evan Ginsberg.
That's
who
not
has,
Jeff Hardy, is it?
No,
I don't
it could be.
Jeff
Ev-
Hardy?
Marty, Evan Ginsberg has a show on every Sunday from 11 to 1, is a big proponent for ex-wrestlers getting medical.
Yeah.
What is your feeling on that? Do you think the WWE should be offering some kind of medical program
Yes.
or 401k for ex-wrestlers?
Yes, because I still get royalty checks that, you know, they itemize what they sell, whatever, and when Sean's been renegotiated, but mine was way back then when we signed on. We didn't know no better. We were just happy. Yeah, sign it.
Right.
We get 0.05% of whatever they sell. Y'all know about my ankle. Right?
Yeah.
Because we got in trouble. That's why all that shit's happening.
Yeah, that's right.
But
That's why you were forced to do drugs.
Yeah.
What?
There we go.
Hey,
here.
wait, go on. Stop. You better not. I'm too old for this shit. Go on.
But
Hey, come on.
but on serious though, they we get to see what they made, and if they made $1 million off my name, rocker stuff, last quarter.
Wow.
That's
Are
just
you
last
serious?
Holy shit.
Wait,
quarter. And this will cost and this
Now?
I actually called.
Dude.
I actually called up there. I'll leave the names out
my
because there's actually some legal stuff going on. But
Wow.
I called up there and asked. I said, look, I hate to say it this way, but stop. Okay.
No, you got a couple of minutes.
Okay.
We're going to blow through this, so...
Don't worry. We told the cops to wait outside. It's all right. Go on.
Well, y'all the one with the powder on
All right, so we're going to go here. You got Karma.
Oh, come on. This is worse than Naya.
She's
And
sweetheart.
Kamala.
She's sweetheart though.
I don't know what that's. I can't.
That's a badass girl
All
right
right,
there.
this is a
my God,
badass
he's not
girl.
hitting
Eva
that.
Marie.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no, I can't tell you. On this.
Go,
What is
come on,
going
quick.
No, I will not.
Come on,
you
bro.
I told you that thing.
That thing?
Hey, I was just kidding.
Why, you know
Come
that
on,
thing?
man.
No.
He
Oh,
knows that
my
thing. There's
God.
something going on. Nice going.
Oh, my God. All right, next up,
He's hitting it, by the way. That's obvious.
Ruby Riott.
I missed her. Where's she at?
She's in the WWE.
WWE.
Now?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately for all of
Oh,
us.
don't do that.
Oh, she's pretty tough.
She's got to be
pretty
one of
tough
them
on the
British
eyes.
girls, though. Tough on the eyes.
Huh?
She's pretty tough.
Nick
I
from,
think she's one of those.
Nick from Captain's Corner, I think, likes her. I can
I
see
think
his eyes
she's one of
glowing over
those
there.
Nick is going
gender
wild over
changes here.
All right, Tori Wilson.
The first time I ever... Wait. Back it up. Remember she used to...
Oh, shit.
Back
No,
out?
man. Billy Kidman was
The
a
first
friend.
time you ever backed it
Nah,
out.
it's not, man. Billy Kidman was a good friend of mine.
All right, ready? Blue
But
Meanie.
wait, let me go ahead through.
Wait, let's go back. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Let's hear
Yeah,
it.
would you please? You're blocking.
The
Let's
girl,
go.
the girl I was seeing at the time from Houston. Does this go? Y'all not gonna call her afterwards? And tell
No,
her?
no,
Okay.
no.
What the?
But anyways, they kind of like clicked off together at the gym, and I don't know, Billy Kid and I we're boys. I don't know much about his private life and all that stuff, but we lived a block away from each other in Tampa.
Okay.
And she kept wanting to see my damn girlfriend when I was on the road. Me and Bill was gone.
Nice.
There we go.
And could we say that we have
that
a
Hall of Fame's going to start shooting
menage a trois? Do we have a menage a trois going on there, buddy?
I wouldn't
Look,
mind,
just
but
don't make any movies. You know what I'm saying? You'll get in.
Blue Meanie?
they offered me 3. You know
I
what?
bet they did.
Let me tell y'all this though. Jasmine St. Clair, remember her?
Yeah.
Who that is?
Yep.
I got offered a 3-movie thing for a pretty good amount of money.
Nice.
Wow. I had to get my brother said, Marty, don't do that because you're gonna have to explain that to your kids forever.
And the Hall of Fame. You saw what they've done with China. They won't put her in for that reason.
All right.
But wait.
Whoop.
So wait. Then this definitely come back to that.
Go back to Blue Meanie.
Yeah. So they made a good. It was good. I think it was $150,000 for the first movie and what they wanted to do.
Damn.
Yeah, because it was one movie of sex.
All for 2 squirts and a pump.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. The
But
best.
wait. But so they were wanting to do it like a wrestling because this was like 2000. It was still kind of popular on TV.
Right.
So they were wanting to do it like, okay, well, how we're gonna write the movie is you're a wrestler and we want to show what goes on behind the scenes.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I like it. I kind of like it, but I better not. XWF.
That's $450,000.
Yeah, man.
You out of your mind?
Dude, you are out of your mind.
I still think he made the right choice.
All right. The best ass in wrestling, Sasha Banks.
It is. She is.
It is.
Yeah.
You hear this? Where's Miller? He's confirming what we say every week.
You were warned about hitting this.
Oh,
Hit it or quit it, my friend.
So what had happened was...
Listen, hold on. Listen, if you want to get in the Hall of Fame, you really better watch your ass right now.
Yeah, I'd be good.
Yeah.
All right, we're running out of time. Believe me, we could go forever. But this is the most important one.
Oh boy.
Hit it or quit it.
Come on now. And you know what? He's saying right there, stand still for Jesus. Anyway.
You know what,
He's looking at you, Marty.
My
He's
friends,
looking at you.
when I get a little down on myself,
Yeah.
like you're a man, the hair's falling out, and being great. They'll send me that picture.
Hair's not falling out. Quit bitching.
Well, when I get a little nervous, they'll send that. They're like, but look.
How did you feel when Sean shaved the head? What was your thoughts? Because Mike called me up horrified.
Yeah, it didn't look good on him.
No, it didn't.
Because some people wear it, like Kurt Angle. Certain people wear it.
Great.
All right, so Nick, you want to come in here real quick? You want to announce where Marty's going to be the rest of the day and tomorrow?
Yeah.
Please?
Where are we putting him?
Yeah, so I can get some girls to hit it.
Slide that mic on him. Pull that mic.
There you go.
You got that? You got to
go.
We're going to be at the Hudson Valley Wing Fest tonight at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center at Poughkeepsie
Yes.
from 5 to 9. And then tomorrow we'll be at Heroes Hideout in Albany, New York, the Colony Center.
Nice.
And that's from 1 to 3. And then we're finishing up the weekend at Hooters in Wethersfield, Connecticut.
Nice.
Royal Rumble pay-per-view party. So hopefully everyone comes out and sees Marty, and we'll party a little too.
He didn't quit it.
Yeah, well, Marty continues.
So listen, this has been a special episode of Monty the Pharaoh. We want to thank Mr. Marty Jannetty, Hall of Famer, sir. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed our show today.
Definitely.
And I thank you for everything. I do apologize what happened to
My
earlier.
chiropractor's going to enjoy this show.
All right.
Go on.
We'll catch you. We got another episode with superstar WWE superstar Shane Douglas in about 30 minutes.
Tell him
So
I
we'll
say
see
hello,
then.
man.
We will, brother. Have a good one.
All right, now.
They're all dead. The lines cut off inside my head. I left here like a broken man with no idea of where I stand. Oh, my mind clear. Oh, I shed all my tears. Oh, This heartbreak war has just begun. The sound of all your loaded guns. This broken man has already won. Oh, my mind clears. Lord, I